So at the time of this recording, I have about 47% completion rate for Mobile Suit Gundam SEED Battle Destiny, and so far I have unlocked 43 different mobile suits, and here's my review. So to start off, you will be asked to create a character. I would suggest not to do what I did. I chose to create a natural character, create a coordinator, because you would get a natural character early on as you do the missions, and coordinators are better suited for the more popular Gundams, of course. If you use a natural, those popular Gundams that you like, that you want to use, that you would unlock, basically they would have like half their stats. Choose a coordinator when you create a pilot, and then you would gain other pilots anyway, other coordinators. This is something that I didn't really pay attention in my first 10 hours of playing. I just kept playing the way I wanted to. If you want to unlock a mobile suit, sometimes you would get one even if you score an A for a certain mission, but for the more sought after ones, like say Justice, Destiny, I believe, you would have to score at least an S on the mission. So how it's set up is essentially you would choose what missions you want to do, and of course there would be very few unlocked missions at first, but as you progress, you would unlock more and more missions. You would gain more suits and more pilots. And for the modes, there's the story mode, where at times you would get to choose what your actual mission would be. So this would carry on throughout the story for that particular section of the story mode, because there are, I think, 5 or 6, and then you can just choose the different options when you replay them. The game is basically the perfect casual game, I would say. It's something that I would keep installed in my PC because it's so much fun. It's easy to jump into, do a few missions, try to get an S on certain missions and see what you unlock. Of course, you can probably search online what particular mission you have to get an S rank on to unlock which mobile suit you want, but I like being surprised by what mobile suit I get. So yeah, you can also unlock, pretty much you can unlock any mobile suit that you fight against, from as far as I know. So yeah, that's pretty fun, because you would be going up a very huge some very huge Gundams, like the one named Destroy. Some footage of it being used by a player, and it's amazing. So yeah, every mobile suit has its own SP attack, so that's also fun. A special move, yeah, of course, a special move with the meter filling up as you fight. So there's a lot of variety as well. Some mobile suits only have 2 main weapons, some have 3, some have grappling hooks that pulls other mobile suits towards you, some have like stun whips that immobilizes the mobile suit that you're aiming at. So yeah, there are also stats that you would need to upgrade, of course, and you would get these TP points, I think technical points, to tune or to upgrade the stats of your mobile suits and their weapons. So that depends on you, on how you want to use it. And there are also these points called global points, which you can use for any suit. So the TP points is particular for any suit that you use. Those points will just be tied to the suit that earned it, essentially. And in each mission, you would get to bring one companion with you, and you can pretty much use any Gundam for that companion as well. So you can basically use 2 Freedom Strike Gundams, 2 Perfect Strike, 2 Justices. It's up to you. I like that they didn't limit that, though there are some limitations, like some Gundams can't be deployed on a particular area, like it can't be used in space, or it can't be used on the land. I do suggest, I think it's a nudge to use other mobile suits, and I do like that. I would highly suggest that you just use whichever one you want. Try out things that you're not interested in. I was never really interested in the Zaku's, any of the Zaku's, but when I tried it, it was so much fun. Oh yeah, there are also unique aspects to some Gundams, like say Ale Strike can use different forms. For any mobile suit that you view when choosing which one you would you would want to use. When there's loadout selection at the bottom, that means you can essentially toggle or shift through those different modes in any mission. So that's pretty fun. You can go for the more balanced version than the one that's specialized on using the swords for melee, and then the one that's just pretty much packed with cannons and guns. So it's really fun, and there are some Gundams that can transform as well. There's one that can transform into like a wolf or a dog, which is really fun and really annoying to fight. They're very difficult because they have like a cannon that knocks you off your feet, so you keep falling while you're fighting them if they get to shoot you. So you have to keep moving all the time. There's also these Gundams that can transform, of course, into jet planes, and they're quite difficult to use in my opinion. So yeah, if the natural pilots actually level up, so they get XP, HP, and other stuff as compared to the coordinators, but I'm not really sure if that makes up for the fact that they can't fully utilize the stats of the specific Gundams that are actually popular. So whether or not that's useful, that's up to you. You can also customize your pilots. So some pilots like Kira, Atron, they have different icons, ID photos. There are also pilot skills, of course, passive skills, and an active SP skill that you can use instead of the mobile suit's specific attack skill. So there's a pilot that can slow time, health regeneration for your mobile suit, or what else? Temporary invulnerability. There's those types of skills. Essentially like specific like effects as compared to mobile suits where their SP attacks are really attacks, yeah, to kill their enemies. So yeah, I would say that you should focus first on the base stats of your Gundam, especially the thrust power and thrust speed, if I'm remembering correctly, because the fields in these missions are quite big. There are times where you really have to chase after your opponent, but your opponents are also coming towards you. No problem there. HP and beam and projectile defense, you would need that a lot, especially in the space battles where pretty much everyone can move in a 360-degree way and shoot you from whichever angle they want. It's really fun. And if you think that the game is just casual fun, it's super easy, no, it gets challenging, really challenging, especially if you're aiming for the S rank. There are missions where it's just balls to the wall. You can't figure out where the lasers are even coming from anymore, and I think that's really fun. It provides a good challenge. The minions, I would say, the regular minions in any mission are pretty easy to dispose of, but once the heavy units come in, the actual unique mobile suits, yeah, they're a problem. They have pretty much, I believe, roughly the same HP as your average mobile suit that you have. So yeah, it can get really challenging. And I forgot to mention that you can also choose 1 in 4 orders for your co-pilot or for the other pilot that you brought with you, but you can also choose not to bring them. For me, since for my co-pilot, I always just order them to use ranged instead of melee because I want to use melee attacks. All mobile suits have at least like 3-hit melee combo. Apart from the SP attack, you can also use your SP gauge or the pink circle gauge on the lower left of your screen to buff your regular attacks. So for specific mobile suits, this could be like an actual special attack, like with Justice, where he rides, like the plane on his back detaches and he rides it and he slashes you with a sword. That his boosted base sword attack. And then for the guns, of course, it's either you fire more shot at a particular enemy, or you basically make the laser larger. So that's pretty fun. It doesn't consume that much energy, but I love doing my SP move so much that I just reserve it to do at least 2 or 3 SP moves per mission. So there you go. If some missions are really difficult, especially with when it's your first time doing them and you can't pass, remember to pay attention to the objectives, because as long as you complete the objective, you essentially would win the mission. So there are objectives where the game just tells you destroy this fleet, and then you would win. So as long as you destroy the fleet, the cruiser, or the huge base, even if there are still many enemies around, you win the round. So yeah, anime games don't really perform well on PC, and I'm saying this as a PC player. So I hope the game gets a lot of traction on the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation, because I really want another game and another Mobile Suit game like this where it's not chibi. I mean, those other Gundam games are fine. Breakers, that's fine. The SD games are also fine. It's just that I really want like a sequel to this game with more into it. So I hope you guys are interested enough to buy it. And yeah, apart from the main story missions, you also have, of course, your EX mission. So there's more fun to be had. You would I haven't done much yet EX missions, but so far they've just given global points, so you can use those points to upgrade any mobile suit that you want. And there are also like custom battles that you can do, so you can choose like what the limit of you can choose certain limits for the mobile suits that would enter the battle and things like that. Pretty much set your own rules and just have fun with it. This is the type of game that, like I said earlier, I'll just leave on my PC, because from time to time I would like to play it again. It's quick fun, have a quick match, try to get the S rank to unlock a new mobile suit, and just have fun with it. So yeah, I hope this review got you intrigued, and that's it.